March 11th to April 4th, Venus in mystical, soul-centered, highly intuitive, deep emotional, watery Pisces is playing a key role. Venus in Pisces is our divine feminine nature. She's our inner high priestess, guiding us to release a karmic soul cycle, to end expired soul contracts, and just as important, to intuit, sense, and feel our next soul's calling. All of this happening synchronistically during eclipse season. And this is especially significant because our first eclipse, lunar eclipse in Libra, is ruled by Venus. And not only this, while Venus is in Pisces, she is supported by the outer planets. She's supported by Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, as well as Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. So I'm going to break all of this down for you, my beautiful friend, in this video. As is true for all of my videos, this video has two parts. In part one, I'm going to share with you how you can best navigate these energies of Venus and Pisces and the aspects that she is making to the outer planets, how we can move through this energy with the most ease and grace and really take advantage of the superpowers that Venus and Pisces brings to our awareness and brings to our co-creative magic, our ability to manifest our new reality, which we're all doing during this eclipse season. This is a huge turning point time, very pivotal time, but also a time when you could feel quite discombobulated, like you could feel the anxiety of not knowing what is coming next. That's eclipse season. That it's a wild card energy. It inherently makes us feel less stable, less certain. So if we know how to work with this energy, especially using this Venusian energy of Venus and Pisces, it can calm our nervous systems and give us more of a sense of power during this time. Part two will be your 12-sign readings, letting you know where Venus is transiting in Pisces in your natal astrology chart based on your rising sign. And as always, I will be pulling an oracle card for each of the 12 signs as well to get further intuitive messages. So before we do the deep dive, I want to say hello and welcome. If you're new to my channel, I'm so glad that you found me. This is a like-minded community. If you want to be empowered through the astrology and to be with your tribe, your like-minded tribe, be sure and subscribe so that you don't miss a video. Hello and welcome back to those of you who have been with me for a while. I'm so grateful for your support, for your subscribes, and happy Sunday to my Sunday chat friends. Please join us. You are warmly invited. Sundays at 9 a.m. Pacific time, we all gather in the chat when my videos go live to hang out in community. I'm Betsy Gutting. I'm a psychic astrologer as well as an intuitive life coach and the author of the book, The Magic of Saying Yes, Answering Your Heart's True Calling. And in my videos, as well as my professional astrology consultations, yes, I do astrology readings, I weave together divine downloads, spiritual principles, and Western tropical astrology. So at the end of this video, I'll tell you more about my astrology consultations as well as my coaching so you can get a sense of whether you feel called to work with me. And I have a free gift for you. That free gift is an instant download. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll tell you all about that. And if you'd like to receive my weekly inspirational astrology updates, the astrology between videos, go to my website, subscribe to my updates for free, and you will get that free gift instant download right away. Rumi wrote, "Open your eyes, for this world is only a dream." In other words, lighten up. And I love this quote from Rumi because we are in a phase of dreaming right now. We are in eclipse season, dreaming a new dream, dreaming up a new reality. Where do we want to go next? Eclipse season moves us into a new place. It picks us up and moves us to the place that we were meant to be, whether it is a job, whether it's a relationship, a location, a new home, a new career. If you're one of the ones who's being most affected during this eclipse season and you want to watch my lunar eclipse in Libra video to find out if you are in that territory of change, although you are probably feeling it if you are, for those of you who are stepping into a brand new chapter, you could be feeling right now this anxiety that comes with not knowing what's next. So I love that Rumi is telling us this world is only a dream. And guess what? It's a dream that we are co-creating. So we do have a certain amount of control. We actually do. We have the ability with Venus in Pisces, especially Venus in Pisces says our security lies in remembering that we are spiritual beings having a human adventure. We are co-creating, we are dreaming up, we are manifesting this human adventure that we are on right now. And because Pisces energy is the ocean, it is water, it is a recognition of our souls being tethered to the ethereal realms, knowing that our souls came from a different place. We did not come from Earth, we came from a whole other place, right? And so the wisdom of Venus in Pisces is our safety and our security lies in being in the flow. It lies in being present in this moment, opening up to the signs and synchronicities, the flow of divine timing. As we are now swimming in Venus and Pisces energy, you could feel a part of you leaving. This is the end of a soul cycle. We are releasing old remnants of energy within ourselves. And because of this, you could have moments during this time of feeling like some part of you is being washed away. You could feel a grieving process, even if you don't know what you're grieving. You could just notice that when you pause and rest and close your eyes, there's a releasing process happening inside of you. And you could even be purging something that your human self isn't even aware it's letting go of yet. I remember when my 22-year marriage was ending and I wasn't aware of it yet. But a whole year before I actually became aware of what was going on, I spent a summer crying, releasing. And I was like, what am I crying about? Why am I so teary? What is happening with me? I had no idea. It took a whole year for it to dawn on me, for me to realize that my marriage had died. And this is because a lot of the time our soul moves on. Our soul makes an inner decision that something is over. It's connected to our divine timing. Our soul knows, your soul always knows your truth. And yet it takes a while sometimes for our human self, our ego self, to catch up to that truth. So be really gentle with yourself during this time, knowing that what's happening inside of you, if you are feeling a big release or you're feeling like you're grieving something and you're not even sure necessarily what you're grieving, be really gentle with yourself, knowing all of this is going to come to light in the perfect timing for you. You've probably heard that Venus is exalted in Pisces. What does this mean? Because the modern ruler of Pisces is Neptune, and Neptune is considered the highest octave of love. Unconditional love, divine love. Because of this, we can go to the highest place in our consciousness in terms of Venusian things, which I'm going to mention in a moment. We can be most aware of the truth of who we are with Venus and Pisces. We can be most in tune with the truth that we are spirits of pure love, that we came from love, that when we leave these physical bodies, we return to love. And so when we are in that consciousness, we can feel safe. We can feel safe even in the middle of big changes, even when we may not know what's next, even when we may be in a place of indecision about a choice that we need to make, and nothing feels like the perfect choice perhaps for you in this moment. Even when we're in that place, Venus and Pisces says, come back to your heart, come back to your spirit, reconnect to the divine, bring that unconditional love down from spirit. Let it infuse every cell of your body. Come back to the truth of who you are so that you can return to peace. When Venus is in Pisces, we are highly, highly sensitive. I know if you're watching this video, you're probably already empathic and highly sensitive, but you could feel even more highly sensitive, and especially during eclipse season when we feel the veil between the worlds even more thinly than it normally is. We can feel more psychic, and this is beautiful because what we're looking for right now during eclipse season is answers, right, my friend? We are looking for direction. But what we want to remember is that at the same time that Venus and Pisces is helping us to release an old soul cycle, an old self, a part of us that is leaving a conditioned self that we no longer need, While this is happening at the same time, we can call on this Venusian Piscean energy to help us co-create a new reality. And Venus rules beauty. Venus rules all of the earthly pleasures of life, our sensuality, our money, our comforts and our pleasures, the things that make us feel safe, the things that make us feel like we're in the right place, that we are meeting our daily needs, yes, but even more than that, the things that light us up, the things that put a bounce in our step, the things that make us glad that we're here in a body. And because Venus in Pisces is very romantic, often nostalgic, often looking to the past, looking backward, looking at times in our lives when we felt happier, we felt more fulfilled, but also wanting to find our divine counterparts, not just tribe, yes, important, friend, soul-connected friendships, yes, but also Venus in Pisces wants her divine counterpart. She wants her divine union, and she's very idealistic about it. Especially those of you who have in your natal chart either Venus in Pisces or your natal Venus in the 12th house. You are very, most likely, quite romantic, quite dreamy, very much wanting to create that dream that your soul is so connected to in terms of finding your divine partner in human form. And you could have had a lot of Neptunian disappointments. Because with Neptune, we tend to put partners on pedestals. We tend to project onto other people their potential rather than the truth of who they are. And as a result, we can feel quite disappointed and disillusioned in the reality of what we're finding. Also, there can be self-doubt with Venus in Pisces. Venus in Pisces cannot be aware of what she is worth in terms of people that she spends time with, or lovers, or potential partners. But we're upgrading this as we move into a new soul cycle. Pluto in Aquarius now, a brand new era. We have stepped into a brand new soul cycle. You could feel in between worlds. Why? Because we are still letting go of the old self in a way. We're still releasing that part of us. And this lunar eclipse in Libra is allowing us to release expired soul contracts as well as aspects of ourselves, energy within ourselves that did settle for less in relationship, or outworn behavior patterns, or ways of being in relationship, not feeling worthy of the relationship that would really light us up and bring us fulfillment. We are letting that go during this time as well. So because we're in this in-between time, having entered a new soul cycle with Pluto and Aquarius, but also leaving behind an old soul cycle, because of this, you could definitely feel confused. You could definitely feel torn between two different possibilities, two different directions. And this is the beauty of having Venus in Pisces. This is where we can call on our divine magic, our soul connection with unconditional love, where we can ask, we can say, I have no idea what to do. Show me, Spirit, show me the way. And this is what I wrote my book about, the magic of saying yes, answering your heart's true calling. Many tools in that book for getting answers when you aren't sure. Venus in Pisces says when you're unsure, when you're unclear, when you may feel like you're beating your head against the wall, or you just feel so frustrated, or you just feel worried or lost or alone, with Venus in Pisces, we can feel like we are the only ones trying to figure things out for ourselves. And yes, we do have the responsibility for doing that. But one of the shadow sides of Venus in Pisces is feeling like I'm doing my whole life all alone. I have no one understands me, no one can help me, no one truly knows what I'm feeling inside. I'm doing this all by myself, and that can really amplify the fear of not knowing. But we're not doing it alone. We do have spiritual guidance always. Our soul is always with us. And not only this, but our soul can give us the nudges that we need, the signs, the synchronicities, but also the go talk to that person, call that person, do a meditation, take a walk, stay open, allow in the divine goodness of the universe. Let your spirit guidance show you the way, bring to you the human resources, also ideas and the spark of inspiration. Let your divine guidance, ancestors even for some of you, guardian angels for others of you, let the ethereal realms assist you in this journey. So right now in this March to April time, you could feel extra sensitive. You could feel extra tired. You could have moments where your energy just feels so drained. All you can do is take a nap, lie on the couch, or go to sleep. A lot can happen in our sleep with Venus and Pisces. We can get a lot of information through our dreams and our daydreams even. So it is worth, and not just worth, but important right now to take a pause, to walk. I've been going a lot down to the ocean, letting the water infuse me energetically, because that's what's happening. We're getting energetic messages that we may not be aware of consciously through water, and also releasing whatever needs to go by watching water, by being in water, by being in nature, getting our feet on the ground in connection with the earth. I also want to say you could feel overwhelmed at times with too much to do or just emotionally. Venus in Pisces is also helping us to be compassionate and forgiving of ourselves and others as we release the soul cycle and as we let go of any relationships, past life experiences. It's so important that we forgive ourselves and we let go of the past. What's really exciting right now is that we are stepping into a whole new chapter. We are coming alive in a whole new way. A new soul essence is waking up in us because Pluto is in Aquarius, because this signifies a brand new era. There is a part of our expression that has never been given full permission to express in reality, which is so exciting. And you may look back to February, around February 23rd, give or take several days on either end of this year. This was not very long ago. This is when we had Venus and Mars come together in Aquarius, and this started a brand new co-creative cycle. And you could have found during that time, my friend, this would have been like the third week in February, you could have found that you became ignited with a new dream, a new idea, a new possibility in the Aquarian area of your chart. And because Venus and Mars at that time, just before that time, went through a portal of Plutonian energy, they both met up with Pluto. They both got purified by Pluto, and then they came together and jump-started this new cycle. Because of this, we are now reimagining our life. We are now creating a brand new manifestation. We're in that process. So whatever is happening for you, whether you're feeling a lot of purging, ending, letting go, or you are at a decision choice point in terms of what you want next, and I believe most of us are having both of these things happening at the exact same time, which can just make it all feel more layered and complex. Whatever you're going through, keep feeding the dream. Keep feeding what you most want. And if you have followed Abraham Hicks or other people who talk about manifesting in the law of attraction, we want to get in the vortex with our new reality. We want to, this is probably a pipe dream for you. This is probably something, this is new territory. Pluto and Aquarius, new era. We have never been here before. Our souls have never expressed in this way. The themes, yes, the themes, we can look back to the eclipses that we had between 2004 and 2006. I talk all about that in my Libra lunar eclipse video, so I won't go into it here. The themes of where the eclipses are happening for you, those are a guideline for you. Like those do tell us what we're moving toward. But it would be very easy right now because Venus in Pisces can sometimes feel defeated, can sometimes feel like, I don't know how to create this in the world. That's not Venus in Pisces' job. Venus in Pisces, the high priestess, her job is to bring down the wisdom, is to help us stay ignited, is to help us to feel that feeling of what it would feel like to have what we most want, to stay in that vortex as much as we can. None of us stay in that vortex, but to be in the vortex at different points, right? Very important that we keep feeding the dream, even if we don't see right now how it's going to come together, how we're going to make it happen. It would be very natural right now for us not to know. And I'm right there with you, my friend. I'm right there with you in that not knowing. Now, if you have planets or points in the mutable signs of Pisces, Gemini, or Sagittarius, You could feel Venus in Pisces in a more profound way. You could feel that Venus in Pisces is really calling on you to make an important change. But we're all feeling this Venus in Pisces energy, especially as she connects with the outer planets, which I'm going to get into in a moment. The degree to which you will feel Venus in Pisces working on you, calling on you to answer your heart's true calling, giving you your soul guidance, the degree to which this is going on for you, my friend, will depend on your natal astrology chart, the aspects that are being made from the outer planets, from the eclipses, to your unique chart. So this is a beautiful time to get an astrology consultation so that you can more easily navigate this time and know what to expect, and to calm your nervous system, to calm your soul. It can really help to receive those navigational coordinates for your soul, because with Venus in Pisces, we can feel like we are in this dark waterway with just a smidgen of moonlight guiding us. If you're feeling that, getting those navigational coordinates that an astrology reading can give you can be really helpful. So knowing that Venus in Pisces is both helping us to shed a skin, release an old soul cycle, and co-create a brand new reality, a new dream, knowing this, let's talk about how Venus is harmonizing with the outer planets, bringing us more support as we navigate through what could feel like this dark waterway into clarity and light. March 21st to the 23rd, Venus will conjoin Saturn in Pisces. Venus in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, coming together. Saturn is our foundation. Saturn is our reality, our earthly reality. What are the logistics? How do we make this Venusian dream real? What are the things we have to be aware of? What's the work that we have to put into something? So this is about us deciding. It's a decision point. And this is what I'm going to talk with you about in the 12 sign readings. Where are you at a decision point or a choice point? In which area of your life? This is where Venus and Saturn are coming together. Because Saturn is also, I need to take a breath, because Saturn is also about delays sometimes, and also about us seeing the truth of something, because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, because this is the end of a cycle. Saturn with Venus here could also be asking us, do you want to keep going with this? This is a commitment just to a heart's desire, or a recommitment, or us deciding to let something go, perhaps for good. Or it could be fixing a crack in the foundation of something that you want to be a long-term, lasting endeavor, relationship, career for you. Now, March 23rd to the 25th, Venus will harmonize with Jupiter in Taurus, expansive Jupiter in Taurus. Venus, all the luscious things in life, with expansive Jupiter in harmony, making a sextile. This is an opportunity or a solution. We want to keep in mind, and I love this, that there's mutual reception, which is a term in astrology that means mutual reception between Venus and Jupiter. Because Venus in Pisces, her traditional ruler is Jupiter, and Jupiter in Taurus is ruled by Venus, they have a mutual reciprocity. I mean, they are receptive to one another. They easily are working together. And so this feels quite supportive. And with Jupiter and Taurus, this is tangible support. This is something that will help us to upgrade our life, upgrade our comforts, which, as I've been talking about in many videos before this is something that we're really wanting right now. We want an upgrade in our sense of security and safety and material comforts in our life. March 25th, of course, is the Libra lunar eclipse ruled by Venus, and I have a separate video for you on this, but what I want to say is that you could feel during this eclipse pulled in two different directions. Why is this? Because Venus is our comforts. It is our go-to when we're stressed, for example, when we don't know what we want, when we don't know what's next. With Venus, we're like, okay, what's my go-to safety? Who's the person that I call? Where's the place that I go if I don't know where I'm moving to, but I have to leave where I am now? Where would I go? What's the job that I would do if I were in between jobs? Like I said, you could feel quite in between in this area of your life. But here's the thing. Because it's the end of a soul cycle and because we're letting go of old patterns, old situations that no longer are a fit for our new vibration, those old go-to comforts or our own ways of dealing with stress, we know on an intuitive, instinctual level, on a soul level, we can't count on those anymore. They're not a fit for us anymore. Those slippers that you used to wear are too worn out. That favorite dress or that favorite robe, that favorite blanket now has holes in it that you don't like. Something that you used to go to is no longer a fit. And you could have fears come up that whatever the new thing is, you won't be successful at it or it won't be right for you. And this is because Venus in Pisces has a visceral remembering, a visceral sense of those past failures or the past times that she was burned at the stake, that she was shunned or ostracized for being herself. So the wisdom for all of us right now is not to go into retreat or hiding, is not to go stay in that fear. Yes, feel the fear. Yes, let it process through you, but then seek support. Pluto and Aquarius, we are in tribe. We have community. Seek support. If you don't have that soul friend that you can call on, there's professional support all around you. That can be a great anchor right now. Now on March 27th to the 28th, Venus is going to make a sextile harmoniously dancing with Uranus. What's so beautiful about this? Uranus, also known as Uranus in my vocabulary. Venus dancing with Uranus is going to bring us new possibilities, new ideas, epiphanies, something outside of the box, something we didn't think of before. Running into that person calls you, you realize, oh my gosh, I do have someone I can talk to. Whatever it is, something in the astrology world, astrology is ruled by Uranus. This is where we get an idea, we get a nudge from our soul, we act on it, and it moves us forward. Stay open. And then April 2nd to the 4th, Venus is going to make a conjunction to Neptune. And this is very sweet, dreamy, out of this world information. The highest vision for you, the highest octave of love, synchronicities, signs. Or if you have put someone on a pedestal, if you have been so far out there in the ethereal world that you're not bringing your ideas and your fantasies into this reality, this earthly reality, then it could be someone coming off a pedestal or a disappointment. But it can also be you are really blissed out during this time. You are really getting a glimpse of enlightenment. You are finally feeling free to say yes to your heart. And what's really significant is that Neptune, which has been at 27 degrees for some time now, is going to conjoin with Venus at 27 degrees, both at 27, but then Neptune's going to go to 28 degrees. 28 reduces to a 1. That is brand new beginnings, and Venus will go to 28 and they will join together at 28. Brand new beginning. This could be a new vision. This could be something that really elevates you in your consciousness emotionally as well, that gives you new hope and optimism for your future. And a reminder that also in April, Jupiter and Uranus, Jupiter expansion, tangible blessings and benefits while in Taurus, that Jupiter and Uranus, the innovator, the great awakener, they are going to come together for their epic conjunction, which I have a separate video for you on. This can be great gains or great losses, I have to say. We don't know. But what we do know is this is spiritual breakthrough energy. And in Taurus, this is about a life upgrade. This is about our safety, security, comforts, and pleasures, and material wealth, whatever wealth is for you. So this is also happening, and I'm telling you about this because we want to keep in mind that even if we're in the unknown right now, we are getting support from the outer planets throughout March and April. And talk about wild card energy. Anything can happen with this epic Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Anything can happen. Our world can be expanded and broken open in really beautiful ways. Okay, my beautiful friends, so let's do the 12 sign readings now. In the 12 sign readings, listen to your rising sign. This is the area of life in which you will be at a decision or choice point, or you are currently making a decision. This is where Venus in Pisces is transiting in your chart right now. I'm also going to talk about the eclipse for you, where the lunar eclipse in Libra is happening, where you are releasing a soul cycle and opening up to a brand new beginning. You can also listen to your sun sign and your moon sign. Your sun sign is how your ego personality is perceiving these energies, your life force, and your moon sign is how you may be experiencing these changes, these new beginnings emotionally and within your relationship life. So we're going to start with Pisces. Hello, beautiful Pisces. Pisces, you're experiencing Venus right now transiting in your sign along with a lot of other planets, Saturn and Neptune. I'm sure you guys have really been feeling all of the Pisces energy going on in your life and in your chart right now. You're experiencing Venus in Pisces as well as these other planets in your first house. So this is where your focus is on you. It's on your I am self. I am whatever quality or emotion that you most want to feel, Pisces. How the sort of the tenor, the tone of your life. This is what the planets are helping to support you with right now. And this comes down to how we see ourselves, our self-image, how other people see us, but it's also about our identity, like our worldly identity, the roles we play, the titles we have at work, the titles we have within our family and within relationships with significant others, and in roles we play with professionally. And so this is where, Pisces, you're at a choice point or a decision point. You are in a place of dreaming a new dream, but also perhaps letting go of something, letting go of a dream, wrapping something up, closing out a cycle that had to do with something very specific. And again, this goes back to a role. So this means you may be making a choice about something that you have a title for, which would be your profession, your job, or a role with a friend or in your family, or in your relationship with a significant other, whether that is professional, like a business partner, or a romantic partner. Pisces, where the eclipse is happening for you, is in your 8th house of transformation. So you can see the connection here as you're making a decision or at a choice point within your identity, within who you see yourself as, within your relationships or a relationship. As this is happening, you're also releasing a soul cycle, ending a soul cycle in your 8th house of power, control, transformation, death, and rebirth. And this has to do with shared resources, as well as money that comes in from other people, and also your emotional and your sexual intimacy. So these are, I always say that the house of power, the 8th house, is all the things that that are so important to our sense of survival and our sense of what, we're not being in control because another person or an institution or someone else is pulling the strings, or we feel like they're pulling the strings, or they need a voice. They have a voice in it too. Let's say that. Because of that, this is where we can feel most like what we've depended on, can we still depend on it? And so this is where you are, where an ending is happening, where you're releasing, but also where you are opening up to a new possibility for yourself, a new reality. And this is where the eclipse is happening. And go back to my Libra lunar eclipse video and watch those readings too if you haven't yet. This is where you want to call on your inner guidance system for answers. So Pisces, speaking of answers, let's pull a card too as well. As I'm shuffling the cards, if you have a specific question that you're asking, then you might want to ask that question and see how the card answers it. Pisces. Your card is New beginnings, new beginnings, Pisces. What I love about this card is you can see the darkness that you've been through. You've been in this dark territory, some of you. And there is a sunset happening. There's definitely a sunset. The sun is going down on an old life that you had, or a chapter of your life. There's a definite ending here. You can't have an eclipse in your 8th house of transformation and not feel that there's an ending happening. But at the same time, and that there's maybe something that you do feel powerless about, that where you are regaining your power, you're reclaiming your power. 8th house eclipses are all about taking back your power and setting clear boundaries, making new agreements with people. But also there's a sunrise, there's a new beginning, sunrise. And this is saying tune into the galaxy, tune into the planets that are happening. Look at your natal chart. If you don't know how to read it, you can call on an astrologer like myself. But remember that you are one with the universe, that whatever's happening in the planetary world is guiding you. Your spirit is guiding you. Your soul is guiding you. Your soul knows your truth, and your soul is illuminating the path forward toward your new beginning. Beautiful Pisces. So if you want to claim your brilliant new beginning, claim it in the comments below. Okay, Aquarius. Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius. Oh, it's so good I can laugh at myself. Okay, so Aquarius, you are at a choice point, a turning point, a decision point. You are making a decision in your area of earned income, values, self-worth, self-esteem. Some of you are up. This is where Venus and Pisces is happening for you. You've got a lot of other planets here too. You've got Venus, you've got Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, and Mars will move into Pisces fairly soon as well. There's a lot of energy going on here for you, saying it is time, and you may already be feeling this, to up-level your sense of what you deserve and what you are worthy of, Aquarius. Some of you will be choosing about income, how your words, Spirit, help me, my words flow, how you make your money, how you earn your income. Some of you could be looking at passive income, kinds of like new streams of income, new side gigs, leaving a job, taking on a new job, starting a business. Some of you could be feeling like you really are, like a whole new self is being birthed here. As you come more into your self-esteem, you raise your level of self-love, you know that you are worth more than you have, giving yourself credit for how far you've come, giving yourself credit for what you've created up to this point. Where the lunar eclipse in Libra is happening for you, Aquarius, is your 9th house, and this is the house of expansion. This is where we do seek new horizons, new adventures, higher learning, where we open our minds to new things. And when we travel to other places, or when we move to another culture, our mind expands, right? This is something that I've definitely experienced living in Puerto Vallarta. It really expands us, getting out of our usual comfortable place. And I love comfort too, I have to say. When I go home and visit my kids, like, it's really lovely to just be able to walk into a store and not figure out first, how do I say this in my mind, because I'm not fluent in Spanish at all. But what I'm saying is that there is beauty in our comfort zone, and there is great gains and wonder that happens when we are expanding. And this is where the eclipse is happening for you. So this is something that is coming to a culmination, fruition, or an ending. Some of you might be publishing something here. I do have a separate video for you on the eclipse, so I'm not going to do a big long reading on this for you. That is in my Libra lunar eclipse video. But I want to say that this is where you are probably calling on your inner guidance. This is where, with this eclipse, you could be feeling like, I can't go back to my comfort zone. I can't do the thing that I would have done before, but where am I headed? This is where you may be asking, what is next for me? What is next for me here? In terms of your expansion, your higher learning, other cultures, a religion, leaving behind a religion, stepping into new spiritual, something that feeds you spiritually, that feeds your spirit. It would be very helpful to call on your inner guidance system for any answers around that, especially right now. So Aquarius, let's see what, because Aquarius, we know this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, Aquarius. Thank you for letting me sing that for you. Even though I don't have a performance quality voice, it does not matter. What matters is our vibration and our expression. And Aquarius, you know more than anyone that is important, that you be able to let your freak flag fly, right? Okay, Aquarius, your card is, yes, this is your card. I always think of this card as your card. Openness. Why? Because of the constellations. And here we have the full moon. And this is what I feel that this card is saying. This eclipse is going to take you into new places. It is trining your energy, which is beautiful, positive energy flow, the wind at your back. This is your flight getting in earlier because of a tailwind. And if you're feeling in the clouds, come look up at the stars, tune into a star, put yourself energetically on that star, feel yourself as the star, and that will open you up to the answers that you seek. Beautiful Aquarius, stay open. Capricorn, hello, beautiful Capricorn. Capricorn, you are experiencing Venus in Pisces, along with some other planets in Pisces, Saturn and Neptune, and soon to have Mars there as well. You are experiencing lots of Piscean energy in your third house, and Venus in Pisces being your heart, being what you most want, the comforts, the pleasures, the joy, the money, and all of that. She's activating for you right now. You're at a choice point. You're at a decision point right now in your area of communication, mindset, and most importantly, your location where you are, where you live right now, your immediate environment, where you are schmoozing with people, you're interacting with people in your local environment, friendships, social gatherings, neighbors, siblings, your aunts, uncles, and cousins as well. Your inner narrative. There is something shifting within you. Venus in Pisces is supporting you to make a decision to get really clear in your heart and to activate that heart's desire. Get in the vortex and activate what you most want in terms of your everyday reality in your third house. And because the third house is ruled by Mercury, this is often our exchanges that involve money, where we make money, freelancing, business, all of those things as well. To your posse too, your hood and your posse. Oh, I don't know why those words make me laugh, but they do. Okay, so also the lunar eclipse that is going on in Libra, ruled by Venus, is in your 10th house of career. So there's some theme going on for you right now about career, about how you want to spend your precious time, what brings you meaning, what brings you fulfillment. Do you want to retire? Do you want to semi-retire? What is your legacy going to be? It's different for everyone, but there's something going on there. And for some of you, this will, because the third house where Venus is involves writing and publishing and communication. For some of you, it could involve getting your message out in the world. And this is where we're ending a soul cycle, is this 10th house of meaning and fulfillment and career. You're ending a cycle. You could be dreaming up a whole new reality in this area of your life. And this is where you want to call on your inner guidance, beautiful Capricorn. So let's see what the cards have to say for you. Capricorn, your card is adventures. It is time for a new adventure. And to me, this card exudes lushness. And this is Venus energy. Lushness. Where can you make your life more lush? What adventure would feel, if you felt in a desert, if you have felt like you have been parched, if you haven't gotten your needs met fully, for not only for adventure, not only to wake up your spirit, but also your sensual needs, you know, being in a body, all the things that we get to receive when we're here in physical bodies. If you haven't fully gotten that, and when I see this waterfall, I see a purification, I see a cleansing. Like if you've ever stood underneath a waterfall, I remember doing that in Costa Rica, and I remember just that like tremendous rush of water that comes over you, so cleansing. There could be a message for some of you as well, to allow that cleansing to happen. However you do that, you can do that in the shower as well. There's a new lushness that wants to come to into your life in the form of an adventure. So if you want to claim your next chapter as a beautiful new adventure, beautiful Capricorn, let us know in the comments below. Okay, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. I don't think I've told you guys that my favorite thing in the whole entire world to do is to dance. I love dancing. I love dancing so much. For those of you who are dancers, the rest of you are probably going, why are you telling us that? Because Sagittarius, as I've told you before, your energy makes me want to sing and dance. And so why not share that passion with you? Okay, so Sag, you are experiencing Venus and Pisces in your 4th house of home and family, roots, belonging, inner security. There is a part of you right now that is really tuning in through your inner guidance system, your deep Piscean waters, tuning into where you would feel most secure. This would involve moving for some of you, or just what is going on within your family or your home environment that could feel either stabilizing or destabilizing. Saturn and Venus will come together here, asking you to make a commitment, to create a plan based on what your heart is desiring, or to let something go, to call it done. So that's going on in your 4th house of home, family, and your inner sense of what's most important, big picture, is that you feeling rooted, you feeling a sense of belonging, you feeling a sense of I'm accepted. And of course this comes from within, but it doesn't mean that certain places, certain people aren't more of a match for our vibration. They are. So we can help ourselves to feel more rooted and like we're in the right place by the people, things, resources, energies that we allow into our life, right, Sag? So that's going on for you. And then the lunar eclipse is happening in your 11th house of friendships, alliances, support. And this is where sort of same kind of idea in terms of who lights you up, who's in alignment with you, who supports you, encourages you. In this 11th house of also hopes, wishes, and dreams and long-term gains, this is where you're having the end of a soul cycle. So at the same time that you're letting some things go in this area, like you could be walking away from a group or a community or a friendship, or just it's fading out of your life, at the same time that that's happening, and I know that's not easy, Sag, that's happened with me a lot of times. I have Uranus going through my 11th house, so I know what that's like. But it's because you're evolving. It's because you chose to evolve in this lifetime. And so you chose on a soul level. You knew on a soul level you were going to have those changes. Doesn't make it any easier for our human selves, I know. But this is also where you are clearing out that soul cycle so you can start a new soul cycle here. And you could be feeling a new dream here, a new sense of, or asking, what's my new dream? What will make me more fulfilled? Where are my soul family? Where's my tribe? Who's bringing me most alive? I love that that rhymes. Okay, so Sag, this is where you want to call on your inner guidance system. So let's see what the cards have to say for you now. Sag, your card is enlightenment, enlightenment. You know, the 11th house where the lunar eclipse is, that is ruled by Uranus. And Uranus brings us these epiphanies, this enlightened moments. And in part 1 of this video, people have been asking me, where's part 1? It's this video, the first half of this video. I talk about when Venus and Uranus are going to sextile. And during that sextile is when you might most likely receive some sort of epiphany or realization or have a moment of enlightenment. And I love this card because it's so active. There's so much gold. There's so much light. This is a ship on the ocean, or a sailboat on the ocean, if you feel like you are riding some rough waves right now, you're riding into enlightenment. You are opening up to your heart's true calling. You're opening up to that match for your vibration, Sag. So ride the waves knowing that you are golden. You are golden. You are on your way to enlightenment or your next phase of enlightenment, beautiful Sag. Scorpio. Hello, beautiful Scorpio. Scorpio, you are experiencing the transit of Venus in Pisces and super intuitive, guiding you, your high priestess guiding you in Pisces in your 5th house, Scorpio, your 5th house of love and romance, children, creativity. And this is where you are being guided to give yourself free reign to have the full-bodied expression of your creativity, but also the full-bodied enjoyment of life, like a deep richness, enjoyment of life, giving yourself permission to experience that. With Venus transiting here in this area of your creativity and creative projects, your children, if you have children or you hang out with children, or romance and true love, your dating life, this is where you're going to be at a choice point. You're at a decision point. You may be deciding, do I want to keep seeing a specific person? Is this right for me? Does this relationship have potential? Do I want to write that book? Does that book have potential? Do I want to continue with this parenting technique? Does it have potential? You get the idea. Like, you are looking for what has potential, and whatever it is, you're going to recommit to it or commit to it. You're going to agree to it. You're looking at the logistics of it. You're looking at what's required, what work is involved. Like, some of you could maybe want to write a book, but you're like, well, what's the work going to be involved here? That's where Saturn is saying, we got to get real. We got to know what's really happening before we decide. Or Saturn could be saying, you've given this all that you have. It's time to let it go and start with something new. Start with something that's more in alignment with your new vibration. Where the lunar eclipse is happening for you in Libra is your 12th house. Again, I have a separate video on this with much more extensive readings, so be sure and watch that if you haven't already. But today, I want to let you know that this lunar eclipse, sort of in conjunction with this Venus, because the eclipse is Venus ruled and Venus is transiting in Pisces, because of their energies, what you could feel during the eclipse and right now, as we are in the eclipse portal now, you could feel that there's a layer of your conditioning, your subconscious thinking, that if it's not empowering, there's an old layer of you that is releasing. There is, oh my gosh, I don't know if I should tell you guys a story. It's coming to me right now. I'll just tell you as briefly as I can, is that I remember when I was going through a major spiritual awakening, a major releasing time, that I had a dream one night, and in my dream, and it was like an angel visitation dream, and I had always been like the caretaker for my mom. I had always like really sort of watched over my mom, but also taken on a lot of her pain. And in that dream, the angel said, you don't have to take care of your mom anymore. She can take care of herself. I will never forget that dream. It was so powerful, so profound. And I think the reason it's coming up is that 12th house is the area of dreams. And you could have a very profound dream around this time that gives you a message. So be aware of the messages from your dreams. You are becoming new again, Scorpio. You are becoming new again, and call on the inner guidance of your soul if you need answers. And in my book, I do give you lots of tools for connecting with your soul. So Scorpio, let's pull a card for you now and see what the cards have to say. Scorpio, very creative placements with Venus in your 5th house of creativity and the eclipse in your 12th house. Super creative and deep. And because of that, I'm not surprised you got this card, trust. This transit of Venus and of the eclipse in your 12th house is about trust. There is light. The moon is guiding you. You are a little bit in the darkness, but notice how the stars, astrology, maybe what's the exact, how this astrology is actually affecting your natal chart. Maybe all of that, along with the moon transits, the eclipses, they are lighting your path. They're lighting your path. So with an eclipse, yes, something is eclipsed out of our life, but also some new truth comes to light that shows us where we are to go, that course corrects us. They are course correcting. So you are going to get all of the wisdom and guidance you need, Scorpio, as you are in the flow. Venus and Pisces, you're in the flow of the present moment. You can trust yourself. Your soul always knows. Beautiful Scorpio. Libra, beautiful Libra. Hello, Libra. Libra, you are experiencing Venus transiting in Pisces in your area of daily habits and work, routines, schedules, how you manage your energy. With so many planets here in Pisces, Saturn, Neptune, Venus, and soon to have Mars here as well, this is a big focus for you right now. If it's a focus, let me know in the comments. I imagine that it is. If you are Libra rising, this is where you have a new dream coming through for you, or you are leaving one behind. You're at a choice point. You're at a decision point. So for some of you, this is a job. This is a habit. This is how you, what you take into your body, food and drink. This is exercise. It could be any of these things that affect your daily life, your energy. This could be a meditation practice, a spiritual practice that involves your physical body. This could have to do with a pet as well, because pets fall in this area of your life. This is where you're at a choice point though. This is where Venus and Saturn are going to come together and say, do you want to commit? Do you want to recommit? Do you want to let it go? What kind of plan can we make going forward for you here? That's what's happening for you in this area. And then the eclipse is happening for you, beautiful Libra. The eclipse in your sign is happening in your first house of identity and roles and how you see yourself and your self-image, how you want other people to see you. And as I'm speaking, there's a lot of movement with trucks going back and forth in my neighborhood right now. They are building at the top of the hill here. So you could feel, I always feel like there's a synchronicity between the energy that's going on in the background, and you could feel like your identity is being reborn, Libra. Reborn. This is the end of a soul cycle. When we are reborn, it's like when you want to clear clutter in your house. You're cleaning out a closet. You take everything out of the closet or everything out of a room, and it's just such a mess, right? It's like trucks going all over. It's just like noise and mess and all of that stuff, metaphorically speaking. You could feel like you're in that phase right now. Like the things are leaving. There's new things you want. You're in a big process of clearing clutter, either emotionally, physically, mentally, or spiritually. That could be going on for you right now. But you are stepping into a new identity, Libra, either professionally or personally, and that is very exciting. And this is where, if you have questions, if you're not sure, especially within a partnership, where you want to get guidance from your inner guidance system. Okay, Libra, I've been shuffling. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Libra, your card is patience. Some of you have been feeling impatient, but as an air sign, with this beautiful bird flying over the full moon, and this full moon lunar eclipse is coming up March 25th. As this is happening, you are soaring to a new level. So be patient with all that is unresolved in your heart, as Rilke said. I paraphrase that, but you know, live the questions is how Rilke said it. Live the questions. And sometimes it can help movement really helps. Like this bird doesn't know perhaps where it's headed to, but it's still in flight. It's still moving forward. That's what's so great about clutter clearing. Maybe that's why that cleaning out the closet example came to me. You can also imagine when if you are feeling stuck, in your imagination, you can imagine that you're flying, that you're in flight, and notice where your imagination takes you. That has meaning for you, and it most importantly has freedom for you. If you don't know where you're going, you can go into a visualization and fly. Notice where your spirit wants you to go. Let your spirit guide you in flight. And I have several meditations that can facilitate that for you on my YouTube channel, as well as one you can download from my website when you go to my website and subscribe for free to my weekly inspirational astrology updates. So beautiful Libra. I know patience isn't something we necessarily want to claim, although I think, as we say, it is a virtue. But if you want to claim your freedom, that you're in flight, that you're soaring forward, whatever you want to claim, Libra, let us know. We would love to hear. Virgo, hello, beautiful Virgo. Virgo, you are experiencing Venus in Pisces across from your energy in the 7th house. So you are having a lot of energetic infusion. You are being infused with Pisces energy in your 7th house of partnerships. I'm sure you are feeling this. Saturn, Neptune, and now Venus, and soon to be Mars here as well, helping you to get clear on what your heart most wants, what you're ready to commit to. When Venus and Saturn come together, you're at a choice point, you're at a decision point. Do I want to keep going with this? Is this something that I truly want? Is this good for me in a long-term sustainable way? This is the question you may be asking. Or are you clear that there's something you have to let go of, you have to end? And if so, you may feel that you're stepping into a void, and this is where you want to call on your inner guidance system. Step by step, being in the flow. Our safety lies in the flow, being in the flow when we don't know. The eclipse, Virgo, is happening. The lunar eclipse in Libra is happening in your 2nd house of earned income, values, self-esteem, self-worth. You are leaving behind an old imprint of lower self-worth for some of you, of a less, okay, the words, okay, Virgo, you get this because you're ruled by Mercury, and my Gemini sun is ruled by Mercury too. This eclipse is helping you, beautiful Virgo. It's helping you to raise your level of expectation in terms of what you deserve and what you are worth. And this translates for you in the 2nd house here to your material security. What makes you feel solid and stable materially, that's what's up for you right now. That's where an old self is leaving, an old cycle is ending, and a new cycle is coming in. Separate video for you I have on this eclipse. I encourage you to go to that. I go much more into this eclipse, your readings there, but I will tell you that some of you are looking at other ways to make income. You are looking at a new job, a promotion, or something that is going to up level your security, or you're looking to reduce your expenses, downsize, or do something that is going to make you feel more materially secure. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Virgo rising, or Virgo sun or moon as well. Action. This is not the time to be staying still. All planets are direct right now. Your soul, the universe, your guidance is calling you to be in action, even though it may feel tumultuous. It may feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out, Virgo. I'm looking for the word of, there's a lot of, this is not a calm bay, obviously. But notice how this wave is green. Green is the healing, it's the heart, it's healing. Some of you may be healing a relationship. You may be healing your heart in some way. You may be healing from a setback. You may be healing from a lack of trust in yourself. But all of this yellow energy, and this is like a portal. You see how there's green in the middle? All of this energy and this creativity, the orange, this is bringing you through the portal of eclipse season into a new water. Stay in action. Keep doing the things. Keep stepping forward on the one thing at a time. You guys are great at making lists. Make your list, do one thing at a time, and you will move into calmer waters. If it feels like you're in a storm right now, if it feels like you're having to ride some rough waves, it's temporary. It's not forever, Virgo. You know what to do. One step at a time. Being in action is the way for you right now. Leo, hello, beautiful Leo. Leo, you are experiencing Venus in Pisces in your house of transformation, death and rebirth, power and control, shared resources, where you are sharing time, money, and energy with other people, emotional and physical intimacy, your sexuality, the house of reclaiming your power. Those are your marching orders right now. This is where new structures are being born, especially as Venus comes together with Saturn. And I speak about this in the first part of the video, so go back and listen to that if you don't know what I'm talking about. But this is where you're solidifying a commitment. You're making a commitment, you're recommitting, or you're letting something go. You could be channeling a new truth right now by calling on your inner guidance. You could be receiving exactly what you need to move forward here. If you're not sure, because I'm just tuning in right now, Leo. I'm tuning into the energy of you, all of you Leos, and I know this is general, it's different for everyone, but I feel like some of you may feel like you're up against sort of the rock hard place phrase, you're up against a wall, and that you don't have a lot of breathing room. Some of you, that's not all of you, but some of you may be feeling like that. With Saturn and Venus, sometimes it means a delay, and that can be good. It can be good to pause and say, I need to think about this. I need to think this through. Ask your divine guidance for the truth, for the right steps for you, so that you don't feel so hemmed in, because you're not hemmed in. You can always claim your power, reclaim your power. You always have options. You always have options, Leo. And when Venus makes a sextile to Uranus, you may see new options for yourself. The lunar eclipse in Libra is happening in your immediate environment, your immediate location. That's where you're ending a soul cycle, communication and mindset and inner narrative. That's where something could be leaving. A relationship with a sibling or a neighbor, a landlord, aunts, uncles, cousins, that could be transforming for you as well during this eclipse. Some new information could be coming in. So you guys could also be leaving behind a location of where you do like something daily or something weekly, something you could be stepping away from in your immediate environment, or one of those relationships I just spoke about, that is also going to be life-changing for you. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Leo. Leo, both my parents were Leos. Such bright light energy you have. Community, yes, 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 yes. This card is saying if you feel stuck or alone, you are not. Community will bring a new rainbow into your life. Community will help the transformation you're going through. You can't have so many planets right now in Pisces in your 8th house and not feel like you're in the middle of a transformation. You are. And that's what the butterflies signify. Signal and signify. In a forest, we often feel darkness. We often feel like there isn't enough light coming through, but it is. The rainbow's coming through. The light is coming through. You are being rebirthed, Leo, through community, through not doing it alone, getting support, professional support, or support from people that you trust. If this resonates for you, Leo, let me know. I would love to hear. Community is the way. You reaching out for support is your way through, beautiful Leo. Cancer. Hello, beautiful Cancer. Cancer, my moon and rising are in Cancer. And Cancer, we are experiencing Venus in Pisces, which makes a trine to our energy. It does square my Gemini sun and Venus, but it does trine Cancer energy, which is really beautiful, positive flow energy for you, the wind at your back, moving you beautifully down the river. You're experiencing this Cancer in your area of expansion, awakening. So this is saying to me, with Saturn here, with Venus here, with Neptune here, and Mars will soon be joining the party, with all of these planets here in your house of expansion, you really are being guided by the higher realms. And this may mean that you need more time in silence. You need more time to go inward, more time for yoga, breath work, whatever you do, walks in nature, being near water, whatever you do to receive your guidance. That's important for all of us Cancers right now. Also, something could be you're making a decision or a choice right now in this area of higher learning, other cultures. If you live someplace in another culture, you could be deciding whether you want to stay or not, or you could be deciding to move to another culture, or you could be, you're basically deciding on something that is going to expand you more, or you're ending something that maybe was expansive, but that cycle is ending for you and you're looking to what's next. I feel that you are on a quest here because the ninth house where this is all happening is really the house of the quest. Your philosophy, your spiritual knowing, your what you use as your guiding light. This is even like gurus and books that you read that expand you. You're on a new hero's journey, Cancer, and that could feel really discombobulating, and you could be having dreams at night that like are wild dreams. Your dreams could be quite cathartic is coming to me, but also just very vivid. Some of you could be having lucid dreams as well. The eclipse is happening in your fourth house of home, family, and childhood conditioning, roots and belonging. So you are ending a soul cycle in where you once belonged, where you once felt rooted, and you're moving some of you to a new place, or if not moving, you are doing a lot of inner work on your own, claiming your own sense of rootedness, developing more of a root system for yourself, beautiful Cancer. So this is where you may be calling on your inner guidance system for support and trying to figure out, where am I headed to next, both within and without. Big picture, what's going on with this lunar eclipse in Libra for you is the universe is trying to help you to feel more rooted within yourself. And that, I think, is about trusting in your own decision making, regardless of what's going on, trusting that whatever decisions you make, the universe has your back. And I do strongly encourage you to watch part 1 of this video, which is this video. People asked me in my last video, where's part 1? It is this video, the first part. Timestamps are in the description box. I do encourage you to watch that because I go much more into how we can work with the transits while Venus is in Pisces. Cancer, your card is security. Yes, that is the fourth house. That is where the eclipse is happening. Leave me a comment, Cancer. Are you really looking for a new level of security? Like material security and like solid rootedness for yourself? That is what this card is saying. And part of that process is letting the fire burn in your belly for something. Because when the fire is burning in our belly for something, then it's easier to know where we are to go, what steps we are to take. Then we have the enthusiasm, the inspiration that can carry us forward, even when we don't know the outcome, even when we don't know what's coming next. We can have that enthusiasm and that higher vision and the excitement, the just know feeling that you get when you're headed to something new, that just know I have to pursue this, that can make us feel secure in and of itself. At least then we know we're on the right track. So if you want to claim that enthusiasm, that knowing, that self-trust, or your inner or outer security, beautiful Cancer, claim it in the comments below. Let me know. I would love to hear. Gemini. Beautiful Gemini. Hello, beautiful Gemini. Gemini, I have my natal sun in Gemini, and you are experiencing the Pisces energy, Venus in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune, and soon to have Mars in Pisces as well, where you are at a choice point, a decision point, a turning point in your life. This is happening for you in your house of meaning and fulfillment, legacy, career. How you want to spend your precious time. You are deciding, most of you, you're deciding something here. You're committing or recommitting. You are deciding to let something go. You're making a soul-centered decision about what is next in your life here. And Saturn coming together with Venus is saying you have to make, I don't like the have to, that's a little too bossy, but you know, you will be best served by creating a plan here, and that will make you feel more relaxed. It'll make you feel more in control. It will, not that we're really in control, but it will make your human self feel better to know that he or she has a plan, right? Gemini, in this area. So that's happening in this area of meaning and fulfillment for you. Some of you are deciding whether to retire or semi-retire, or to change jobs, change careers, start your own business, anything that has to do with how you spend your time. The lunar eclipse for you is happening in your house of creativity, self-expression, full unbridled, beautiful expression, your inner child, giving your inner child what he or she needs to feel fully alive, and also your own interactions with children, your own interactions with lovers, true love and romance, dating. That's where something's being eclipsed out of your life with this lunar eclipse. That's where something is ending. It could just be a romantic pattern that you have engaged in before, Gemini, that you know is just so old. It's so yesterday, so yesterday. I haven't thought of that song in so long. My kids used to sing that song when they were really little. I remember them doing a show, like competing in some singing show, and they were singing that. So yesterday. Okay, that's funny. Gemini, you are releasing something here. You're letting something go, which is beautiful news for your own creativity. And you know, the fifth house is where we let our inner child fully express, even if other people don't like it. So what, right, Gemini? So what? It fuels you. Raise your hand, Gemini, if you like to crack yourself up. I'm raising my hand. As you can see, cracking ourselves up, it means that we can infuse ourselves with life force and high vibrational energy. We don't need anyone else to do that for us. Gemini, this is where I want to encourage you to call on your inner guidance system if you're having trouble deciding what's next, and where you're increasing your sense of deserving as well and worthiness. Let's see what the cards have to say for Geminis. Gemini, your card is relaxation. Relaxation will help you soften your energy. If you're feeling any sense of urgency, if you're feeling like you have to hurry up and make a decision or hurry up and decide, this card is saying that you don't. And I love that the orange moon, it reminds me of an eclipse. That is so cool. Maybe during this lunar eclipse, Gemini, you give yourself time to pause and relax. This eclipse, after all, is making a trine to the Libra air energy, air and air. You're getting a trine. That is ease and flow and letting go. As you relax, as you let go, everything gets easier. Beautiful Gemini. If this resonates for you, let me know. Leave me a comment. I would love to hear. Taurus. Beautiful Taurus. Hello, beautiful Taurus. Taurus, you are experiencing Venus in Pisces. Venus and Pisces coming together with Saturn in your house of alliances, support systems, friendships, groups, causes, humanitarian ministries, whatever that means to you, where you are giving of yourself, but you're also receiving. I really think of this house as the house of receiving. So this is where, with Venus here, you could be receiving a lot of, you could be feeling quite popular right now, Taurus. You could be, if you have social media platform, that could really be expanding for you. But also, this is where you are making a decision or a choice. Sorry, I have to scratch. You're receiving some sort of, you're making a decision here. What plan do I want to make? What do I want to solidify? What would make my foundation feel more secure in this area? So some of you could be starting a new social media platform. Others of you could be dating someone and taking that to the next level. And I say that because that house of dating is directly across from this house where Venus is. Or there's something ending for you. There's something that's come full circle that you're letting go of. And the lunar eclipse is happening for you in your house of daily habits, daily work, and your energy management, managing your energy so that you feel good and so that you're taking care of yourself, basically, Taurus. You're fully energizing yourself. You're doing habits and work that energize you.
this is where you're ending a soul cycle. This is where you're saying no to self-sacrifice, or any place where you've given out too much and haven't received back what you are giving, where there hasn't been that fairness, equality, mutuality, give and take that Libra requires of us. So let's see what the cards have to say. Taurus, you're ruled by Venus. This Venus in Pisces energy is making a beautiful sextile to your energy, and then the eclipse is ruled by Venus in Libra. So there's something that is infusing you with new life, and there's something that you're adjusting also here. You're making some sort of adjustment for your highest good, for your highest vitality. Taurus, what is your card? Taurus, your wisdom from the cards is, this is saying you're in a reflection period. Some of you could feel at a standstill. Some of you could feel like things aren't moving for you enough. Or some of you could just feel like, I am seeing myself for the first time. I'm seeing my true reflection for the first time. And I love myself. I love my reflection. You could be really tuning into the truth of who you are, your spirit of pure love, and feeling a whole new sense of it. Reminds me of the ugly duckling story, where the beautiful swan thought she was a duckling all that time. Not that ducklings can't be beautiful, but where she thought she was a duckling and she realizes she's a swan all that time, and she just had to go into new communities. She just had to get new friends. She just had to find herself with people of like mind and like vibration to realize her swan, her gorgeous swan nature. So that could be happening for you as well. And if you're in a standstill right now, it is because there's an infusion of new awareness that's happening for you, Taurus. You're receiving new light codes, you're getting new downloads. Something is coming through, whether you're conscious of it or not right now, that is then going to infuse you with a whole new sense of your higher purpose, your higher self, and the beauty of who you truly are. Gorgeous, Taurus. Leave me a comment if this resonates. Are you ready to step into your beautiful swan nature? Because that is on offer for you. Aries, beautiful Aries. Those of you who are Aries risings are getting an infusion of Piscean energy in your 12th house of retreat, rejuvenation, the subconscious mind, awakening. This is the house of the other realms. This is where we do have one foot in both realms, where we are really having, some of you are really having divine mystical experiences right now, where you are being infused with higher energy. And when I say higher, I mean the energy of your soul, of your pure, unconditional, purely loving, divine energy. You could also be having the experience right now with Venus here of feeling like a part of you is dying, feeling like a subconscious childhood imprinting, conditioning, a conditioned self is dissolving. Because in Pisces energy, it's a dissolving energy. It's a releasing, a letting go, a surrender. Also here, with Venus here coming in Pisces, coming together with Saturn this month of March, there's a new commitment that's happening here. And this may be a commitment that you're making, Aries, or you're being encouraged to make, to partner with your soul, to deepen your partnership with the divine, to deepen your partnership with the part of you that is always guiding you, that always knows your truth, that always knows the right path for you. If this resonates, I do offer that in my book. You might really enjoy that anchoring. I take your hand, let's walk across the bridge together, so you don't feel like you're doing it alone. In 12th house energy, we can have amazing mystical experiences. We can have we can really have amazing things that happen to us during this time that are like out of body experiences that are like, whoa, yes, I didn't come from here. This isn't my home. There is a whole other world that is rich and thriving and full of, just deep, deep soul consciousness. That can happen. Or you can sometimes feel like I'm swimming out in the middle of the ocean all by myself. And I need people, I need guidance, I need help. So if you need that guidance, check out the book.
It is linked in the description box below. But this, regardless, this is a rich time for you, Aries, a very, very rich time of infusion of soul energy. I love it so much for you. At the same time, the lunar eclipse in Libra is happening in your 7th house of partnerships. So some of you are releasing an expired soul contract or contract. Some of you are leaving behind a behavior pattern in a partnership. Some of you are ascending to a whole new level of fulfillment, commitment, deepening of either your own relationship with yourself, with your soul, or in another relationship. And again, this, as I've said lots of times, this is both business partnerships and relationships, as well as personal, as well as marriages, boyfriend, girlfriend, all of those things. Partners, romantic partners. Can also be adult children as well. But big picture, what's going on for you here is a new infusion. If you choose it, if you ask for it, if you bring it down with your intention, bring it down. And when I say down, I mean, if you think of, so many of us have learned to think of that soul infusion of divine love coming from above. I think of it as the crown coming into our crown. We can bring it in every cell of our body. The idea is, my point is, bringing that unconditional love infusing it into your body and bringing that to your inner child, letting that inner child know that you have their back, that you're always with them, that you will never ever leave them. That kind of work right now could really help you move through this ending time of this lunar eclipse. Aries, call on your inner guidance system for answers if you need them, and let's see what the cards have to say. If you have a question that you're wondering about and you want to ask that question right now, we'll see what the answer is from the cards. Beautiful Aries. Aries. Aries, your card is taking risks. Aries, you're good at risk taking. This is what you came here for. Your soul came here to take risks, to take on challenges, to walk through new doors, to do the thing that you think you cannot do, and then find out that you can do it. Find out that you have the power, you have the sense of the energy, the aliveness, you have the inspiration to make it happen for yourself. What I love about this card is the soaring bird, which I think is an eagle, maybe it's a hawk. To me, that's not what's most important. But what I do see about this is that you have the power to soar above your life, to see yourself and your current life from a higher perspective. And that can elevate you. That can infuse you with new yes energy to take on a new risk. Because taking on a risk that is going to take you to the next level of your soul's trajectory, it is like a quest that we're on right now. I mean, after all, Aries, you do have the North Node in your sign. These eclipses are on your Aries Libra axis. This is your time, and we are about to head into your season. As I'm filming this video, we're about to go into Aries season. Hallelujah, rebirth. A risk that you take is going to take you into rebirth. Aries, be the fool. This card is saying be the fool in the tarot. Say yes to your heart. It's okay if you don't know the outcome. That is hard on our human selves, Aries. I feel it too. I have to take a risk too. And my human self is dragging her feet. She does not want to do it. She doesn't. But when we say yes, and when we dare, when we summon up that courage, which you have in spades, Aries, when we do that, then we can soar. So Aries, if this resonates for you, if you're ready to take a risk, claim your courage. Claim whatever you need to say yes. Claim in the comments below. I love reading your comments. And I know they inspire others as well. My beautiful friend Venus in Pisces is interacting in beautiful ways, harmonizing with the outer planets, helping us to light the way even through the darkness of eclipse season. Thank you for joining me for this video. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you to my Sunday chat friends for hanging out. And thank you so much for your support, for your likes, your thumbs ups, your comments. I read all of your comments and appreciate them so much. And for your subscribes, when you subscribe to my channel, when you share my videos, You give the algorithm a thumbs up to put my videos out to more people who love astrology, and that is super supportive of my channel's growth. So thank you so much for that. This is an amazing time to get an astrology consultation or coaching support. All of the information for that is in the links below. I will tell you that I have many choices for you. We will go over the eclipses. We will look at all the transits that are happening for you right now. We will look at your gifts, your talents, your dharma, what is speaking to me through your natal chart. I love helping you answer the questions that you have now. It is my intention always to empower you through the astrology, and most important, that you come away from your reading with a solid sense of where you are now and where you are headed. So if you feel called, go to my website, check out the testimonials that other people have left, how other people have experienced their readings with me, as well as their coaching sessions, and you will get a sense then of whether you feel called to work together. And if this current time, eclipse season, is making you feel a little bit discombobulated, if you would like to reconnect with your spirit, reconnect with your soul, go to my website, download my free guided meditation, a soothing guided meditation that is intended to help you to get clarity, to help you commune with your own heart, with your own soul, and receive the support that we can get when we reconnect with our own inner guidance. All you have to do is go to my website, subscribe to my weekly inspirational updates, and you'll get that instant download right away. So my beautiful friend, thank you for joining me. We are in such an exciting time. Yes, it is uncertain, but it's also quite expansive, and I am here to guide you every step of the way. So until my next video, I am sending you all my love.